Good morning, everyone. Another inspirational moment about my life journey and travel. And I have these two young couple here. This is Uri, did I say it nice? And Gali. And we met them actually in Israel a few months ago when we visited. We stayed at their parents' home in Jerusalem for a whole week. And now they exploring Canada. And I heard a lot of good things from them about their visit in Canada. So I'm gonna let them talk to you why you should visit British Columbia, Canada. Oh no, you started in Alberta, right?
Yeah, we started in Alberta,
So,
but
yeah,
we like both.
We like both. So what's your first impression about Canada? Or so if you're, it's gonna be on the blog, all over, and people will watch this. And so what can you tell them why you should come to Canada? Tell us about your experience.
I think the first and most the first thing we were really enthusiastic about is the views. The views, the landscape is absolutely spectacular. I guess not all of Canada is like Alberta and British Columbia. They told us that some of Canada is totally flat, but the mountains here, the ice, the snow, the lakes, all of that, and the green, and the combination of all that together with the sea that we just see.
Of course.
Yeah, that's spectacular. But except for that, we enjoyed the people, which were really. Everyone talks to you, everyone says hello and asks you. Everyone are really nice in the stores, in the services you get, and
I think another thing that is very special is everything is so organized, neat. You have who to ask, and you come to a campground, and it's clear where you have to stay. And the thing that the most impression that we got it's how clean the country it is. You go everywhere and you don't see dirt anywhere. Really, it's everything so clean, and it's really impressive at home. It's not like that.
Yeah, also in the neighborhood, you can't see even a piece of paper on the floor most of the time. We found somewhere. We try to look. In our country, when you go, it's like
we can't go with our dog free because she eats all the garbage, and here I think we can do it quite easily.
Gee, I was in Israel, and I guess
you got a different impression.
Well, I love Israel, in a different way. But that's great to hear from you. But we have to share our viewers too that they're travelers. So maybe you know what, I forgot to. So what is it that you do, Yuri? Just maybe what
back
is
at
it
home?
that you do? Yeah, back at home. Yeah.
I'm a manager of a NGO branch in Jerusalem, that deals with disabled kids through outdoor experiences, like snapping with ropes, or bicycle riding, or running, or all kinds of outdoor activities. So I manage the branch of Jerusalem.
Also, this are for the handicap or physically challenged kids. You're very careful.
Not just physically challenged, also mentally challenged.
Mentally, physically, and mentally challenged. Yeah.
Any challenged people, any mentally, physically challenged people. So that's grown-ups, children, mostly children, but also grown-ups, and so that's what we do.
Yeah, and what about you?
I'm the manager of outdoor equipment like REI in Israel, in Jerusalem. Sells all the stuff for traveling, shoes, boots, stuff like that.
So each time we see a store here around of outdoor equipment, we have to go because he wants to see.
Oh my God, you get to see it! Yeah, outdoor equipment. So what about your experience? I know you started in Alberta.
Yeah. And
then you went camping. What about how's your? Oh no. So you're a manager, and so what have you traveled so far? Like
where?
Other parts of the world.
Oh, other parts. Well, each year we go different place. We went. We started when we started. After we met in the army, and after we finished the army, we went for 5 months in South America, North South America, in Peru, Bolivia, Chile, and Argentina. And then a year later we went to Georgia. After that we went to Nepal, South Africa. A year after that, Bulgaria. We've been to Norway and Iceland, which was until now the best. It was our honeymoon. For
so the Iceland was
Norway and Iceland. It was the same trip.
Okay, Norway and Iceland was the best, and until this is what I
Yeah,
love to see,
yeah.
to hear.
And
Yeah.
and after last year we were in Kyrgyzstan. It's in the Central Asia.
Uh-huh.
And now Canada, and until now Norway and Iceland were the best, and now it's a good competition.
Yeah, it's a good.
We haven't decided yet. We have to see how the trip ends.
Uh-huh.
But after the trip ends, I think it will be a very tight competition because both of them were just the best trips. Also, last year wasn't a very good trip. It was very tough on us. So I think it's a good how do you say compensation of last year's trip, which was a little bit difficult. All the
to get along, to find something to eat.
The food wasn't very good, and here we eat like
Yeah, well, it's the first world, right?
yeah.
So we're so fortunate, really, and very grateful that we live in beautiful British Columbia, Canada, because you were in Alberta too. So I heard you also went camping. You know, you like you have camping equipment. At the same time, you went to bed and breakfast, good accommodation. And so, how would you? This is the second portion of our a few more minutes. How do you like camping? Like, what's your impression about camping in Canada?
I think it's wonderful. Like, you reach, everything is very neat. You have place to put your tent, and it's all flat, and you don't need to move rock. And then you have place to cook, and the shower are clean, and there is hot water, and it's not very crowded. Like you're in a forest with all other 3,000 people, and you feel like you're all alone, and you're sitting on a lake or in a forest, and you see the star at night, and it's really, really good experience. We did it like for a whole 2 weeks.
A whole 2 weeks, I think, we spent only in campgrounds, and we didn't feel like it's less than. We felt like it's good as at home. We bought some things, and we have our big tent, and we just put it, and we take it out of the car, organize everything, and you sit outside, you eat, you cook dinner. It's an excellent experience. We didn't feel the need to go to a bed and breakfast because
unless it was raining.
Unless it's raining, yeah.
Well, it's raining.
But you also had a bed and breakfast.
Yeah.
And what's your impression about that?
In Kamloops, we went to Kamloops, right?
Yes, Kamloops. Yeah.
We went to a bed and breakfast. A very nice man hosted us, and it was like some kind of old woman's apartment, and he was operating the bed and breakfast for her. And he was really nice. He gave us the place to stay, a room, and it was very clean, very tidy, and he organized this huge breakfast for us, which was all the things we like, which is usually fruits. In our country we eat a lot of fruits, so he organized everything, fruits and nuts and everything, and it was just, and it was after 4 days we spent in Mount Robson's provincial park. We went there for 4 days, traveling with something like I think 60 kilometers, something like that. So we were really tired, and it was really good to come to a place where you feel like home, like here.
Yeah,
like this.
That was gonna say. So what do you think about the Van Ruyven's Jhet and Ted's hotel?
I think we stayed there. We initially planned to stay for 2 days, 2 nights. And we just couldn't. We felt so comfortable,
So we stayed.
so we decided we have to stay another night, and we would stay another week if we wouldn't have to.
You're welcome. You know, you haven't enjoyed the view yet here.
Yeah, but you.
Yeah, I know. You have to move on, but you're welcome.
You have to
to
see some more, to get some more experiences. Although we can stay, I think, in Vancouver also for a week. There's so much to see. Just to walk around Stanley Park.
Yeah, it's so beautiful. So you also we have last 2 minutes here. You also mentioned you camp during the day and then you hike.
Right.
So you hike all over. Can you mention quickly what places you hike, and how is your experience hiking?
I think the best hiking place was the last one, which was Mount Robson. We hiked to a place called Berg Lake, which was just spectacular.
What is it called?
Berg Lake.
Berg.
B-E-R-G.
Oh, Berg. Yeah.
Berg Lake. It was just spectacular because there were icebergs that were just going into the water, into the lake. A lot of icebergs. It was, and also the way there was with spectacular waterfalls. and it was just beautiful. So that was the best place. What other places?
Lake O'Hara was amazing.
Yeah, Lake O'Hara.
And
It's a private reserve, not a private, but a
very
closed.
close, strict. You have to register if you get in. You have to invite 3 months ahead, and we got lucky, and someone canceled, and so we got in, and it was also amazing. We saw there's some wolverine that we understand.
Wolverine! I haven't even seen a wolverine.
Yeah, we found out that we got really lucky. Although we haven't seen a bear yet.
Yeah.
Unless we saw yesterday. The
Oh
grizzly.
yeah, you saw yesterday. Yeah, and so you were also at Banff, right? Lake
Yeah,
Louise.
Banff,
Lake Louise.
Lake Louise was spectacular. The tour from we went from Lake Louise up to a place called Lake Agnes, and then we went
To the 6 glaciers.
6 glaciers lookout, and there are a lot of tea houses there in the mountains, which is really nice. You finished a nice walk, and then you sit and you drink a tea, and you eat some cake.
Okay.
Oh wow, you know how to travel.
Yeah, no, when there is a good place to travel,
Yeah.
we enjoy our travel. So, because in Kyrgyzstan, for instance, you couldn't get a good cake.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
You want to, after you walk, you want to
Yeah.
sit and eat something good.
Uh-huh.
So we enjoy Banff. Lake Louise. In Banff, we also we climbed the mountain of 1,500 meters.
Wow.
Bulgo,
So
something
you're
like
really an outer person. So
that. Yeah.
this is really catering to those wondering, wow, I should go to Canada or not. You better go to Canada. It's really. And yesterday, Vancouver. What's your impression about Vancouver?
Amazing. Wow. We've been 2 days and a half, and we didn't get to do it. You have the Granville Market, and you have the Stanley Park, and you have the aquarium, and the
Spectacular.
mountain.
Mount Grouse.
Grouse Mountain.
Grouse
yeah.
where you see the lumberjack show and the grizzlies, and you have so much to see, and we didn't want really.
We went to see also the science museum that we haven't got to, and we
got rollerblades on the Stanley Park, and
we rollerblade on the Stanley Park for only like an hour. I think we can do that for
like 5 or 6.
6 hours. So
yeah.
it's never enough. So you have you're welcome again to come back here. You have a reason to come back. So yesterday they had 2 days in a row, right? You spent time in Vancouver.
2.5 days. Yeah.
2.5 days, and the Grouse Mountain. I love to hear about your experience on Grouse Mountain, climbing the steep grouse grind. How was that?
It wasn't very easy. Although if you keep going at the same pace, we found it very. It was coming. You see all the people, everyone are walking slowly up the hill, and you have those signs that says you passed quarter
yeah.
of the way, halfway. You can see how much you have more, and you reach up and you really feel like, right, I did something today. I walked like I climbed 900.
Now I can eat a muffin.
Yeah, and you can treat yourself with a muffin and then go to see the grizzlies, which we heard.
Grizzly bear on top of Grouse Mountain.
Yeah, the 2 grizzly bears, which was we really wanted to see a bear. We got really. It was really nice to see the size of them, and we got to the conclusion that probably we don't want to meet them face to face in nature. Although people warned us all the time, and we have our we have our bear spray.
Yeah.
So we want. I guess you don't want to meet with them too close.
So your conclusion after hearing. So you said there's a park ranger. What did you learn from the park ranger about bears?
Oh, we learn about their habitation, how they load their metabolism, and that they are not really sleep. They are working twice a day to stretch because they won't lose their muscles and their tonus in the bones. And we learned that how that they are born very small, and it was really interesting. And how much they eat, how much they weigh, how tall they are. It was quite interesting.
And then you saw the bear swimming in the water, you said?
Yeah, swimming in the water, eating some apples that the ranger gave him, and they were like scratching. They were looking quite relaxed. They were looking that they are having fun.
Yeah, I think they try to really make sure that pretend that they're in a natural habitat, right?
Yeah.
Because they have a big. So what did you say? Your conclusion is you really don't wanna say. What did you say?
You really don't want to meet one girl.
Oh
Yeah,
no! I guess black bears are fine, but grizzly bears are so tall They say it's like
Almost
2.4
4
meters
meters.
when they stand.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so I guess I would like to see them from a far distance in nature because it seems like a very unique experience to see a bear in nature, but not in the woods where I just sneak out behind him and find him like 2 meters from me. Then this thing I wouldn't want to happen.
Yeah, and you have another joke you said was told by another Canadian. Like,
Oh,
yeah, say
what do you do with the bear spray?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, he said that when if you meet a black bear, the bear spray could be useful, but for a grizzly it only adds pepper when he eats you. So
It's
only
like-
adds spices. So
Oh yeah.
so
Yeah.
it doesn't really. It's probably not that effective.
Oh my God! Don't
That's
scare.
what he says.
Yeah.
I hope it's still
It's
effective.
a joke that when you have a bear spray, it's just it will add appetizer.
Yeah,
appetizer
exactly.
for
For
make
the
it taste better.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So anyway, so last word from each one of you. What do you really? How do you entice people that Canada is the place where to go for holiday?
I think it's the best place. You can find everything you want. You can find good food, good views, good place to sleep, good place to eat, and it's not so expensive, I have to say, compared to Israel. This is our feeling, and it's a place you should come, really.
It's just so easy to travel here, so easy to get to the most beautiful places. We talked about you don't have to go for a 4-day hike to see the most beautiful places. Most of the places you can see in one day. You just walk for 5 kilometers and then go back for 5 kilometers, and you saw one of the most spectacular things in the world.
That's
So-
why Did you notice the the car plates here?
Yeah, beautiful British Columbia.
Yeah, so I think they did the justice to describe the beautiful British Columbia. Come to beautiful British Columbia, and I'm so grateful that I happen to live here for the last, how many, honey? How many years? For the last 26 years. This is my home, sweet home, and I really love it. But my heart still belongs to Philippines. A little bit. Mwah.